I traveled to the brand new Kitakami region, and my goal is to conquer this region with a full team of shiny Pokemon that aren't available in Paldea. And well, here's how it went. Before we get into hunting, we've got to meet the best character Game Freak has ever created. Motion Sickness Kid, the most relatable character ever. I'm told to go ahead and get my guy some meds, but instead I have a quick look around and there are some cool Pokemon right off the bat, like Yangma and Swaddle. But I'm going to save these two for a future shiny video, and I don't really want to hunt anything else here, so I continue on. I head into town and run into the actual characters of the DLC, Carmine and Kieran. Carmine instantly tries to battle me, so luckily I had some shinies in the party ready to go. Don't make this weird. Carmine starts with Poochyena, and after telling me to eat dirt, Jitter, my shiny Breloom, one-shots her Dark Doggo. This then brings in her Vulpix, but a Brick Break is enough to one-shot it as well, leaving her with a brand new Pokemon, Poltergeist. It survives the pounds and hits Jitter hard with a Shadow Ball, lowering her special defense. A Seed Bomb on the next turn is thankfully able to knock it out, but man, that was one strong little dude. And after getting dumpstered, the siblings run away, and I meet up with the caretaker, who runs off to help the Motion Sickness Kid. Man, how brutal is it that this kid never gets a name? After a quick tour and some pleasantries, I'm given a mission to take some photos of special signposts that tell the story of the Loyal 3 and the Ogre, and we go to partner up with Kieran for this mission, but before we head out, he wants to battle. With the intro out of the way, I think it's finally time to hunt my first Kitakami shiny, so I started looking around to try and find a Pokemon cool enough to be my first team member, and then I ran into the perfect Pokemon. Oh! Wait, I think I see it. Is that a shiny Grubbin? Come on. Oh, look, that's gonna be right. Yes! Oh my god, yes! Our first teal boss shiny! Look at him! What is that at the... Oh. Hello, little dude! Alright, let's catch this guy. Yes! Little Grubbin. Let's quick ball this guy. Alright, let's evolve this guy. Oh, I love the shiny line so much. I'm so excited. Let's go. Charger Bug. Oh, look at him, dude. Oh, he's so freaking cool. Oh my god, look. Oh, the shiny's so sick. Look at him. Okay, and we can evolve him straight away into one of the sickest shinies. Oh, dude, I'm so pumped. Yes! Oh my god. Look at him, dude. Oh, he's so sick. Yes. With Miles on the team, our Kitakami shiny adventure has finally begun, and with my beautiful new team member, I head to the first signpost. Here we learn how the Loyal 3 gave their lives to defend the village from an angry ogre, and after reading the story, Kieran tells us about how cool he thinks the ogre is for being able to clutch a 1v3 like that, and mentions that he tried to visit the ogre when he was a kid, but was never able to meet it. We take a quick pic and Kieran seems happy to be our friend, which I'm sure will age well. We then head straight to the second sign, and here we learn a bit more about the ogre and how it had 4 masks. Each mask gave it a different power, but before the Loyal 3 were put to rest, they were able to steal 3 of its masks, greatly weakening the ogre. Kieran then mentions how he wants to become stronger so he can do things for himself, but hopefully this doesn't turn into a toxic form of self-improvement. Anyway, it's picture time. Kieran suggests that we go to the ogre's room at home, so that's where we head to next. But when we arrive, it's nowhere to be seen, so Kieran has a plan to battle to try and lure out the ogre. Kieran's Sentret has evolved into Ferret, who sets up an amnesia straight away, but a crit Thunderbolt from Miles ignores the boost, and since it paralyzed it, Miles is able to outspeed and finish it off. Yangma is next and does land a pretty rough attack, but a Thunderbolt is able to one-shot it. This leaves Kieran with his Poliwhirl, who almost KOs Miles with a Liquidation, but a Thunderbolt is able to one-shot it. That was actually super close, but even after an intense battle, the Ogre isn't anywhere to be seen. Maybe it didn't show up because I don't have enough shinies. Well, let's get hunting then. And as soon as I saw this next Pokemon, I knew I had to have it on the team. Oh wait, is that shiny? Yes! Wait. Wait. Okay, I think I might have gone past. No, I swear shiny Litwick. Oh my god, I probably went past so many of them, dude. I thought the flame was orange. I only spotted that because it was next to another one. Oh my god. Oh, I probably missed so many. At least one, surely. Oh my god. Alright, cool. But we got our second team member. Our second Teal Mouse DLC shiny. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I thought the flame was orange. But I think it's just orange in the... Dude, it's not even orange when it becomes Lampert. It's just orange with Chandelure. Wow, it goes through 3 different flame colors. That's sick. Alright, my bad. Harry is adorable, but I'm going to need some extra power, so I've got to evolve him. Okay, let's see. Let's see Lamperts. Shiny and Scarlet and Violet. I don't know why I said it like that. That is... That's about right. Sorry, in the first picture I was looking at, the flame was a bit of a different color, but I like the blue eyes. That's pretty sick. Okay, so the shiny that I do remember from this line is Chandelure, which is probably one of my favorite shinies. I freaking love shiny Chandelure. Which was the main goal, so let's see it. Yes. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Oh look, and the sun's setting too, so it's like, oh my god, look at that. Yes. Chandelure, one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. Probably in like my top 10 favorite Pokemon. This Pokemon's so sick. Okay, let's send him out. Oh, he's huge, dude. Oh my god, you're so big. Wait, that's so awesome. Where is he? The hell did my guy go? Is he above? What the heck? With Harry on the team, I continue on as we head back to Kieran's house, where we meet his grandpa. And well, his grandma is like here, I guess. With the sun setting, we are told about the Festival of Masks, which is being held tonight. So Kieran's grandma dresses us up, and I must say, we look quite dapper. Don't make this weird, man. Carmine then comes out looking for her mask, but they've been stored in the shed. So that's where we go. The siblings do find some masks, but unfortunately they could only find 2 of them. So to cheer me up, Carmine forces me to battle her. Don't make this weird, man. Carmine starts the battle off with Morpeko, who outspeeds Harry and lands a nasty lash out, almost one-shotting him. Harry is able to retaliate with an overheat, but Morpeko survives thanks to a held focus sash. I decide to bring in Miles, who might have a better chance against the hungry rat, but an aura wheel on the switch does insane damage, and now I have no chance of beating Carmine, as Morpeko proceeds to brutally execute both Miles and Harry in cold blood. Well, that was pretty embarrassing. Carmine has 4 Pokemon, and I couldn't even beat her rat, who gets its powers from being hangry. It was clear that I was going to need another shiny if I wanted to beat her and see the festival. Luckily for me, if you find Jack here and talk to him, he'll give you an egg, and this egg will hatch into one of the 3 Sinnoh starters. And as far as I can tell, this is completely random, so I was once again extremely lucky to get my target in the first egg. Turtwig. Now the egg Jack gives you can't be shiny, but we can breed this Turtwig with a foreign Ditto to increase the odds of a shiny hatching from the egg. And normally my Masuda luck is pretty good, but this hunt took me almost 3 days of non-stop hatching. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my god, finally. Oh, this took me forever, dude. Oh my god. Oh. This is probably my longest Masuda hunt, other than the Charmander one in like the Shiny Fire video. Oh my god, look at him. He looks so good in this game. Look at this happy little dude. Ah, yes. I add Peter to the team and waste no time evolving him, first into Grottle and then into Torterra, who looks incredible. These games have definitely upped the quality of these 3D models, and it's crazy how some simple texture changes can make such a difference. And while I have you guys here, if you've made it this far into the video, maybe consider subscribing and hitting that like button, and add a comment below who your favorite DLC shiny is. Really helps out the video. With a powerful new Torterra on the team, it's time to rematch Carmine. Peter tanks a lash out from Morpeko like it's nothing and then breaks the sash with a Razor Leaf. Peter then ends the evil rat with a headlong rush. This brings out Carmine's second Pokemon, Swadloon, so I bring in Harry, who is able to two-shot it with a couple of Shadow Balls. The Matcha Tea is third and it barely survives a Shadow Ball from Harry and then one-shots him with a Shadow Ball of its own. I bring in Miles, who is able to finish it off with an X-Scissor, leaving Carmine with my Niana. So I Terrastallize Miles and 2 boosted X-Scissors is enough to knock it out, and with the rematch ending in our win, I can now enjoy the festival. But in the distance, a jolly figure is dancing its way down the hill. I explore the festival, play a game of berry picking, and then I find this cute little creature hanging out around the gate, so I go to investigate. I have a quick chat with the little thing before Carmine scares it away, but I chase after it. Carmine then proceeds to scare it again, but this time it drops its mask while trying to run, and it leaves into the mountains, leaving us with its teal mask. Carmine realizes that we were talking to the ogre and is a bit shocked, but when Kieran shows up, she decides to keep it a secret from him. After a big night, it was time to head back to the center and have a rest. And when we wake up in the morning, Carmine is waiting for us and suggests we go talk to her grandpa about the mask. And this is when we learn about the true story. A man and the ogre had travelled to Kitakami from a distant land, but the villagers feared them because they were different. A mask maker in the village pitied the man and the ogre, so he made them 4 beautiful masks. The man and the ogre could now mingle with the villagers and were quite happy. Rumours, however, about these masks spread far and wide, attracting 3 greedy Pokemon who snuck into the ogre's cave, and well, it doesn't straight up say they killed the man. I'm pretty sure they did. So I'ma say they killed the man and stole the 3 masks. The ogre ran into the village looking for what it lost and found the 3 thieves gloating over their successful heist. So it defeated them, but its anger was enough for the villagers to fear the ogre, and they assumed that the 3 Pokemon died trying to protect them. And so the loyal 3 were seen as heroes, and the ogre went back up to the cave, sad and alone. After showing Grandpa the mask, he notices that it's been chipped from falling down the stairs, so we're sent to gather some materials to fix it. But as we're getting ready to leave, it's shown that Kieran heard everything, which is sure to cause some issues. He does also confront us about this little chat, but we're forced to lie to him again, which only makes things worse. Kieran and I had plans, so we head to the next signpost where Kieran wants to battle me again. But this fight was pretty easy, but he is going to become pretty tough pretty soon. We read the next post, but it's just more anti-Ogerpon propaganda, and so Kieran and I take another selfie, but he doesn't seem as pleased to be here as he was before. Homie is really entering his Sasuke phase. And well, it's been a while since my last shiny hunt, and I wanted to escape the doom and gloom of Kieran, so I decided to reset some outbreaks until I found a gligar one. And the gligar line is just too awesome to pass up, so I headed straight to the outbreak and began the hunt for my blue glider. Oh, is that shiny gligar? Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh my god, look at it. It's so cool. You know, I used to think that the shiny color was like what the color was meant to be. Like whenever I think of gligar, for some reason I think of the shiny one, dude. Look at him. Oh, he's so cool. Come here. Yeah. Oh, dude. Alright, Nipple. Nipple this guy. I actually think it's one of the few shinies that a quick wall might be good, but we've already thrown the Nipple, it's fine. Oh yes, dude, yes. God, this Pokemon's so cool! I tried to change the time to night through some time manipulation, but it wasn't working. I assume this is because the main story of the DLC has a set time so you can't change it. But don't worry, I find a workaround later. But for now, Goblin will have to stay as a gligar. We meet up with Carmen again and get ready to fetch the needed material to fix Ogerpon's mask. And out of nowhere, a Milotic burst out of the water looking for a fight. I was leading with Harry, so I had to make a quick switch into Miles. But Aura Wheel from Carmen's Morpeko almost one-shots the Milotic, and well, it outspeeds and finishes the Milotic off with another Aura Wheel. I'm surprised she didn't brag about doing all the damage. We noticed that it dropped a crystal cluster, which will be perfect for fixing Ogerpon's mask. But when we go to give Grandpa the crystals, we learn that Kieran has taken the mask to the Loyalty Plaza, so we have to pursue him. He confronts us about leaving him out, and after having a Higurashi moment, Kieran demands we battle him for the mask. Kieran leads with Yang Mega, and I lead with Harry, who is able to outspeed and one-shot with an overheat. Kieran then sends out his Poliwrath, so I'm forced to switch into Miles. Poliwrath then wastes a turn using Haze, allowing Miles to land a Thunderbolt, bringing it down to half HP. It then proceeds to miss a Hydro Pump, allowing Miles to finish it off with just one more Thunderbolt. Kieran then sends out his own Gligar, so I send in Goblin to fight his pink brother, and after trading several attacks, Goblin wins with a Crabhammer. This then brings in his Cramorant, who hits Peter with a Crit Surf on the switch. I decide to Terra Peter so he resists the water type attacks, but it uses Air Slash instead, which brings Peter into the red and flinches him. I decide to let Cramorant take Peter out, so I bring in Miles for free, and after knocking out Cramorant with a Thunderbolt, the bird spits a fish at Miles, knocking him out as well. This leaves Kieran with his Diplin, who Harry is easily able to knock out with 2 overheats. After losing to us, Kieran goes full gamer mode punching a wall. He then begrudgingly hands over the mask and then runs away. But suddenly a huge mass of energy erupts from the statues, and once the smoke clears we see the Loyal 3 have been revived. It's clear that these sneaky dudes are up to no good, so we have to go after them. After chasing them down, we've made our way back to Ogerpon's cave, where we find the cowardly 3 ganging up on the poor ogre. We run in ready to defend Ogerpon, and Monkey Dory attacks us. But Harry is able to dispatch the Mojo Jojo ripoff with a couple of Shadow Balls. The other 2 get ready to fight me, but Carmen and Kieran show up, scaring the 3 cowards away. With the coast clear, Kieran tries to give Ogerpon its mask back, but it's too afraid to take it from him, so we have to give it to her instead. We then form a team with Carmen to get the mask back from the evil Pokemon, and for some reason when we find Monkey Dory, it's absolutely massive, and honestly a little bit intimidating. Thankfully we have Carmen on our side, so we get ready to take it on. I terrestrialize Goblin to boost his ground type moves and to change Terra Blast's typing. But before we can attack, Monkey Dory hits a hard Sludge Wave, proccing Morpeko's Focus Sash and half-shotting Goblin. Thankfully Carmen is a S+ support and paralyzes Monkey Dory with a Thunder Wave, as Goblin lands a weak Terra Blast. Carmen then hits it with a devastating Aura Wheel, and then Goblin hits it with another Terra Blast before it ends up taking Goblin out with a Psychic. I bring in Peter to avenge his friend, but a Sludge Wave brings him below half HP before he can land a Headlong Rush, which means on the next turn Peter is probably going to fall. But the Para comes in clutch, preventing Monkey Dory from moving, and one more Headlong Rush is able to finally take it out. After instilling pure fear into the Monkey Dory, it runs away, dropping one of the masks, which we return to Ogerpon, who is happy to have her mask back. Before taking on the other 2 dweebs, I decide to fly back to Paldea so I can change the time to night, which lets me evolve Goblin into Gliscor, who, and excuse my 12-year-old vocab, looks pretty bloody epic. And he was in desperate need of a power boost to take on the next 2 Dories. With an upgraded Goblin, I'm ready to fight Okie Dokie, And honestly, this is the best line of dialogue in any Pokemon game, and I will stand by this for as long as I live, unless they come out with an even better banger than this. Okidogi hits Goblin with a massive close combat, almost half-shotting him, and even with the defense drop, Acrobatics does barely anything. Morpeko then hits a Thunder Wave, which means we outspeed, and Goblin is able to hit a crit Acrobatics, and even better, it targets Morpeko with the next close combat. It then finishes Morpeko off on the next turn, and we still haven't even brought it below half HP. And then it also takes out Carmine's Mightyena, and this is when I said enough is enough, and terrestrialized Goblin into a pure ground type to hit a Terra Blast, which barely leaves it above red HP and triggers a berry boosting its attack stat. Luckily the Macho Man is able to knock it out. Oh. Wait. Never mind. Yeah, despite it being at 0 HP, we still need to hit it one more time. I bring in Harry and finish off its fake HP bar, defeating the cheating Titan. And more importantly, we're able to give Ogerpon another mask. And now there's just one more left to beat. But honestly, this one was by far the easiest, as Goblin survives the whole fight while landing ground type Terra Blast, which does eventually take it out, and we can give Ogerpon her final mask. Just look at that big old smile. Kieran then shows up and tells us to bring Ogerpon to the village, and while Carmen is a bit hesitant, we decide to trust him, and turns out Kieran went around town telling the villagers the true story. And while his grandpa was scared of the resent and panic the truth would cause, the villagers were all apologetic and accepted Ogerpon, allowing it to visit even without its mask on. And now all that's left is to escort Ogerpon back to her home to make sure she doesn't get jumped by the trio. But when Ogerpon returns, it instead says it wants to join me, and this makes Kieran and well, he beats us. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to catch my last two team members. My fifth member is one of my favourite ice types in the franchise, and the villagers have been showing off their own swinubs all this time, and the jealousy finally took over, so I had to go hunt it. Oh, shiny! Oh, let's go! Yes! Shiny swinub! Oh my god, he's so cute! Let's get a look at him then. Oh, yes! Look at the little fella go! Let's catch him, let's catch him, let's catch him. He's just so freaking cute. Yes, let's go. Alright, let's see. Shiny pile of swine. Come on. Oh my. Oh, that's a lot more yellow than I remember it. That's so yellow. I thought it was like a similar green. Jesus, it's like mustard yellow. Alright, well. I mean, it's still cool, by the way. That is just, wow, very yellow. Hey, but let's see shiny memo swine. Okay, hopefully not yellow. I mean, again, the color looks kind of dull, but it's still pretty good, I think. It's definitely not yellow, so we got that going. It could also be the shade that I'm in here. Wait, hang on, it's a lot. Yeah, it could be the lighting, but it's not as, like, noticeable, I think, as 2D games, but hey. Still looks pretty good. Let's bring him out. No, he's bring. Alright, hang on. Let me just... Let me just bring him out. Yeah, it's pretty dull, but it's still pretty good. I think I probably prefer normal Mamoswine in this game, maybe. It's just really dark. Like, it's just, I don't remember it being this dark. But hey, Mamoswine's still one of the coolest Pokemon in the game, so can't complain too much. I wasn't sure who the final member of the team should be, so I started date resetting outbreaks, and then I found an Ekans outbreak. Now, Ekans doesn't really excite me in particular, but it is one of my best friend's favourite shinies, so I thought I'd do it for him. Oh, wait. Wait, is that shiny? Oh, I think it is. I think it is. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, yeah, it's still there. Still there. Oh, yes, let's go. Shiny Ekings. Yes. Oh. Okay, that would have been really hard to see from where I was at. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's so cool. Look at this little dude. Alright, let's just quickly ball this fella. It evolves into like a gold kind of color. This should surely work. Yes, let's go. It kind of looks like one of the swinubs has taken a very unhealthy turd on the side of the gut here. Look at him dead. He looks like a little green turd. God damn. Let's have a little look at the guy. Hey buddy. He looks kind of not happy to be in the picture, which, you know, I guess I kind of understand. Looks real angry. Like super pressed. Alright, let's evolve this guy. I haven't seen shiny Arbok in a very long time, so I remember like it being gold, but I don't remember how gold, you know? Let's see. Oh, yo. Wait. That looks so sick. Oh my. Wait, it looks so good in this game. Look at the scales, dude. Oh, that's so sick. Wait. Unironically, a banger shiny. Well, I hope you enjoy, Bolton. This guy's for you. I finally had a full shiny team, so now with Ben and Venom, Kieran should be an easy battle. Kieran leads with his Shiftry, who is brought down to its focus sash by a gunk shot from Venom. But thanks to Kieran being a dirty little tryhard, Shiftry is able to take Venom out with a Dark Pulse. I decide to bring in Ben so he can fish for an Omni boost from Ancient Power, but all I do is make him tank a Leaf Blade. Next for Kieran is Poliwrath, so I bring in Miles, who is able to take it out with 2 Thunderbolts, but is left with 12 HP from Liquidation. Next for Kieran is Probopass, but Peter easily takes it out with 2 Headlong Rushes. I then bring Ben back out to fight Yamega, who smashes Ben with a Bug Buzz. I then do get a bit cheeky and set up the Snow to activate Ben's ability Snow Cloak. I was really banking on this being enough to dodge a Bug Buzz, but no, I just get Ben killed, which I guess is kind of ironic considering his name. I send out Harry, who one-shots the oversized Dragonfly with an Overheat. Goblin and Kieran's Gliscor then have another 1v1 with Goblin winning with a Crabhammer. This leaves Kieran with Diplin, who barely survives in Acrobatics and is able to KO Goblin with a Dragon Pulse. So I bring in Harry and finish the battle off with an Overheat. And with that, Kieran falls to his knees in despair. Yo, but like, no one tell him about the first battle, eh? And after all that trouble, I thought I could just catch Ogerpon, but it wants to battle us instead, which I actually really like, and thus started the intense battle against the legendary Pokemon. First is the Hearthflame Mask, and Venom hits Ogerpon surprisingly hard with a gunk shot before being one-shot by a crit. I then send in Harry, who brings Ogerpon into range of the poison with a Shadow Ball. Ogerpon then puts on the Wellspring Mask, and this is when having a bull team of ground types comes back to bite me, as I have 0 safe switches. So I'm forced to keep Harry in, who gets one shot. I then send in Miles to take in Harry's place, and he's almost instantly killed by an Ivy Cudgel, surviving with just 5 HP. His Thunderbolt does insane damage, but more importantly gets the para, which means Miles should be able to outspeed and finish the Wellspring Mask off with another Thunderbolt. Ogerpon then puts on the Cornerstone Mask and finishes Miles off. I bring in and Terra Ben into a pure ground type, and with the Terra boost, 3 Earthquakes can defeat the Cornerstone Mask. But Ben is left pretty low, which leaves Ogerpon with its iconic teal mask. It takes Ben out with a now grass type Cudgel, and then half shots Goblin with the same attack. But Goblin retaliates with an Acrobatics, almost one-shotting it. But Ogerpon outspeeds and takes Goblin out, and I'm left with only Peter. Thankfully, Ogerpon wastes a turn by setting up a grassy terrain, allowing Peter to land a crunch, which isn't enough to finish the teal mask off, but does lower its defense. Peter is then hit by a terrain boosted critical hit Ivy Cudgel, and with just 14 HP, Peter finishes the final mask off with a crunch. And now I can finally catch Ogerpon adding it to my little family. Sadly, it is shiny lock, so I couldn't hunt for it, but this is still one of my favourite new legendaries, so I'm glad to have it either way. We then have one last battle with Carmen, but she honestly has never given me much trouble, which leaves us with saying goodbye to our new friends. But for some reason, Kieran isn't here to see us off.